So while I was away, I bought some fragrances. I received some in the mail. Just a lot of stuff came in, and you know, I didn't get to talk about them. And if I did in a previous video, that was like 4 or 5 months ago. So I'm just gonna wrap it up again. These are fragrances that I received within the past 5 or 6 months, and I've also purchased some of these. Some of these were sent to me by review. I'm just gonna go over them really quickly, and you let me know which ones you wanna hear about. Stay tuned. What's going on, everybody? My name is Joshua, as always, and this is our channel, Scentsense. To everybody stopping by for the very first time, thank you so much. And to all you fine folks who continue to keep coming, I thank you that much more. Do consider subscribing. If you want to go ahead and subscribe, you can do that right now. And you can also click the notification bell. That way, when my videos come out, you'll be the very first to know. Jumping right into fragrances that I've already received. The first one I'm going to talk about is from the house of Lubin, and that is Dior. This is an amazing peach fragrance. This is one that I'm telling you is gonna be a problem, as Kuba says all the time. This is one I'll be talking about very, very soon. This one was sent to me by Lubin directly, or Lubin, however you say it, guys, I apologize. And this is one you can actually only pick up from their specific stores. You can't just go to their website and buy it. You can't just go to any website and buy it. That's one really cool thing about these fragrances. They really hold their value because you can't just go to FragranceNet and pick up one of these. This one's really, really awesome. If you want to pick up this one or any of the ones from the lines, or a really cool sample set where you can smell all of them. If you want to get your nose on this one and you want to smell all the other ones from the line, also, you can go ahead and get sample decants built from Perfumology at larger quantities, or you can go ahead and get the sample set from these bottles, or you can also pick up a bottle of this. They're one of the very few stockists that can offer it. It's kind of exclusive, it's kind of a big deal. So if you're interested, you should go check it out at perfumology.com. That's Lubin, or Lubin, Dior. Next up is a fragrance that's gonna be in another video of mine, which are top 10 fragrances I've been wearing while I've been away, and that is Rouge Smoking from BDK. Much like Juicebox was last year, BDK is a high-rising, quickly growing fragrance brand that everyone seems to love, and they are putting out banger after banger after banger. Amazing fragrances, super unique, super artistic, but yet super wearable. High demand, great fragrance line. I look forward to talking to you about this one. I'll be doing a review of just this one by itself, a proper review, as my friends in the UK say. From the house of BDK, Rouge Smoking. Another one that's in a video, top 10 fragrances that I've been wearing while I've been away, is a fragrance that I actually purchased myself with my own money from near at Perfumology with some of that stimulus money. From the house of Goldfield and Banks, Bohemian Lime. Outside of Desert Rosewood, I think it is, or Desert something wood, this one in my opinion is the best from the line. This is so much better than that's, what is it? Pacific Rock Moss or whatever the frick it was that everyone ranted and raved and hyped up. This is 10 times better. This has a lot more substance to it. This is a lot more wearable. This smells like it costs something, and it's not just, you know, a throwaway fragrance. If you're looking for a fragrance that you'll be wearing all year long, but especially in the summertime months, check out Bohemian Lime from Goldfield and Banks. I also picked up a couple discontinued fragrances in Givenchy Place Sport and Versace Man. Both of these are discontinued, sadly. This one is definitely an amazing fragrance that should have been discontinued. I do understand why this one was discontinued. It is not nearly as bold and adventurous and unique as the rest of the play line, and this one kind of smells like it's flat. It's very linear, it's very basic, it's very clean. Think Burberry Touch, CK1, something like that. I really do enjoy it. I like it. It's not something I'm gonna wear to wow anyone. It's gonna be more of a skin scent. So if you're looking for something that's different from the other skin scent fragrances, but is more of a collector's item, grab this. If not, just grab CK1 or Burberry Touch or something like that. The good fine folks at Cremo also reached out to me and sent me some body washes. I do buy their beard oils and their beard scrubs and their beard creams. I grab all of their grooming products. Sadly, I do not have access in my local stores to buy the fragrances from Cremo, but they did send me nicely enough Ice Citron and Driftwood, Bourbon and Oak, Silver Water and Birch, which I'm pretty sure you know exactly what this is supposed to smell like. If there's a particular one out of these three that you want to hear more about, go ahead and leave a comment in the section below. I also wanted to complete my Dior Homme line, so I went ahead and picked up Dior Homme Cologne. I have all the other fragrances from the line, except for Intense, actually. Crap, I need to get Intense. I do have Dior Homme, I have Dior Homme Parfum, I do have Dior Homme Cologne, Dior Homme Eau, Dior Homme Sport, the 2017 version. I do have a bunch of them, but I wanted to get a backup bottle of Dior Homme Eau, which is my favorite from the line, and I went ahead and got this one too. These are easily some of the best fragrances out there, and they're both sadly discontinued because Dior likes to, I don't know, make bad decisions, like reformulate their fragrances like they recently did and discontinue the best ones. So if you don't have your hands on them, you need to get them before they get more and more in price. That's Dior Homme Cologne and Dior Homme Eau for Men. I did get a bunch of cheapies at the suggestion of people like Ashton from Scentsense. In fact, all of these are ones he recently suggested. Other people did too. He just so happens to be the one person I know that suggested all three. A good friend of mine. Jimmy Choo Man Ice picked it up for cheap. Low Super Major DSA. Very, very awesome and underrated fragrance. And the Zaro Pour Homme Wild Mint. I think wants to be Dior Homme Cologne, but a little more musky, a little more manly, but not nearly as refined. And think Fuzzy Office for Men. This is a budget alternative to Office for Men. In fact, if I made a top 10 video where you suggest fragrances for much more expensive fragrances at a much cheaper price, this would probably be top 3. This is an amazing fragrance for the price. Often slept on, the only one I own from the house, and easily my favorite from the house. I've smelled a lot of them. That is Low Super Major DSA. At this point in the video, I know you're probably exhausted, but I have a few more, so stick with me because I'd love to know which of these you'd like to hear about. I also have this large stack of fragrances from the house of Parfums Vintage. You can't see my face because the boxes are so stacked high, but I do have a bunch of them. I have Euphony, Maverick, Intense the One, Emperor Cologne, Euphony Intense. What are these? This is Rush of Unicorns Intense. Look forward to that one. And Emperor Cologne Intense. So if any of these that I just mentioned tickles your fancy and you really want to hear about them, I'd love to talk about at least one of them and maybe a couple of them in a quick, Parfums Vintage only video. But if you want to hear about one as like a true review, go ahead and leave a comment in the section below and we'll definitely dive into that within the coming weeks. Another one that was sent to me for review that I've been eagerly waiting to talk about is from the house of Argos. You guys know that I'm one of the very few people who talked about Argos when nobody else was talking about them. It was like me, Justin Copeland, and Joe Sent Me. And now you have people talking about them left and right, and it's starting to get a little more hype. But I gotta tell you, I was one of the ones talking about them when they weren't getting a lot of hype, and the main reason for that was because I really, really appreciated the fragrances they were putting out, and I felt like they were worth the dollars. And I wanted to say that, not because I'm bragging about it, but to say I've been talking about them before they got hyped. So clearly I believed in them. And that means that I'm not just trying to hype up this fragrance brand that I care nothing about, because if that was the case, I'd be making tons of money off of it, and I haven't made tons of money off of it. So from the house of Argos, we'll have Brivido della Caccia. Now this is a big box. Inside this box is a leather box, and inside that is like a 4-pound glass bottle that looks like a column. I've already talked about another one already, which is Bacio Immortal. This one I look forward to talking about. There's another one that's coming out that I need to get my hands on too. But this one will definitely be something you hear about very, very soon, so stay tuned for that. Another fragrance that was sent to me for review is one from the house of Kieran NYC. This is another fragrance house from New York that does something where they tell a story with their fragrances, much like Bond Number 9. But Bond Number 9 is more about cities. This is more about the streets talking to you. This is more about the people of the streets, stories, real life occurrences, a fragrance telling a story. So I really, really look forward to talking about this one. This one is very, very rose-centric. I've already smelled it. They actually sent out samples and let us smell them before and didn't tell us what they were and said they would be releasing one. And this is the one they actually released. So this one right here, just look forward to hearing about it because you'll be hearing about it soon. So if you're a fan of the channel, a friend of the channel, you know that I have a love-hate relationship with this next brand because some of the fragrances they've released have been amazing to me and some of them have been just bad. Haven't been a fan of Moscow Mule. Thought that Vanilla Dreams, I think it is, was really good on women. But this one right here that I think a lot of women will get, I think is so amazing on either man or woman. This, in my opinion, is the quintessential clean, fresh, easy to wear, unisex fragrance that I've smelled in a very, very long time. It will be a dark horse for easy wear fragrance of 2020. Easy office fragrance for sure. That is Musk Invisible. This was recently released October 1st. I was told I couldn't talk about it before then, so that's why you're just now hearing about it now from me. This is probably one of the best sprayers in the world. Oh man, it's cotton, it's clean, it's fresh. It's just a really, really good fragrance, man. And I recently had a buddy of mine that I work with that told me that his girlfriend is clamoring for this. She got a sample and I said, buddy, you can't buy it till October 1st. So he's gonna be buying it very, very soon. When he saw the price tag, he was like, whoa, but this is the same guy who doesn't spend more than $20 on a fragrance. So is it worth the penny that it costs? Definitely in my opinion, but we'll hear more and more about this in a review upcoming. If you wanna hear about this sooner than later, go ahead and let me know. And last but not least is a gift that was sent to me from the fine folks at Euro Perfumes, somebody that I've worked with many, many times. In fact, they sent me the Juliet Has a Gun fragrance. This was sent to me to commemorate my 10,000 subscribers. I really, really appreciate them doing so. I will be giving away, I think it's a sample set of this. This is something that is a beautiful bottle and presentation, probably one of the best on the market right now. I was super stunned that they were gonna, think about me to send this to me. I think his name is Mr. Zayas, or Rene Zayas has covered this house, and the bottles are beautiful. The house is called Floriku. The other ones I didn't really show you all, everything about it, but I feel like I just got to. I mean, look at this bottle. It's just really beautiful, and it looks kind of weird, and I don't think a lot of people have covered the functionality of the bottle, but let me just go ahead and show you real quick. So it comes with this like sample bottle, this little like carry-on atomizer, pocket atomizer. It's got another cap and yet another cap, which, okay, yeah. Now this comes off like that, and then you can put the cap on like this, and you can have just a bottle like that. Kind of looks basic, right? But then you can take this, slip this down into the cap, and this becomes your badass pocket travel atomizer. I mean, this looks like one of those ones that people are rocking for Creed. So I'm just saying, man, you get all of that when you get the bottle. So, I mean, I think that's just really cool. You got your little atomizer, comes out like this. I mean, really, really cool. And then you just take your bottle, take your cap off, and it goes right back on top. And now you have your cool display cap. And then you just put all of these bad boy pieces back in your little box that you keep, because some of you people keep boxes for everything. And this one right here, awesome. If you're into niche fragrances and mad amazing presentations, you should check out the House of Floriku. The one that I got is called In the Dark. And I just really think that this is a house that deserves a little more attention than it gets. All right, everybody, that does it for me. Those are fragrances that I've gotten while I've been away, that I have hoarded together, and I will be talking about in the upcoming weeks. I have lots and lots of material to work with, clearly. So go ahead and let me know in the comment section below what fragrances that I mentioned that you want to hear about first. I almost forgot to mention, I also got a beard oil, which I'm growing a beard, as you can see. I'm gonna try to make it through this to December. Don't know if I can do No Shave November. I'll do my best. But from the house of Sphinx beard oil, I got this bad boy right here. The presentation on this beard oil, I was very pleasantly surprised. I think Sphinx beard oil is owned by Hani Hafez's brother, Mohammed Hafez. So he has his own beard oil line. I think it's a really great product. It's actually been featured by some pretty big YouTubers in the beard community. So it's really cool to see him grow. So kudos to you, Mohammed. I'm definitely using this one. They have some amazing scents. I have to say that. This one is called like something pineapple. I lost a little tag on it, but it's really, really good. I really enjoy Smolder. There's also another one that has vanilla in it. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. You should definitely check them out if you're growing a beard or you have a beard. This is something that's gonna help with the itch. This is something that's gonna help with the shine. This is something that's gonna help with the hair laying flat on your face. I couldn't figure out how to do that. My beard would puff out. It looked ridiculous. I'm doing my best to keep it groomed. This is something you should check out if you're into those kind of things. If you're into fragrance, this is like epitome of beard oil. This is where you need to go. If you're just going to get a beard oil to get beard oil, go overpay for something at some other store or some website. If you're looking for a fragrance first beard oil that's still quality when it comes to beard oil, Sphinx. Okay, so now that officially does it for me. If you've made it to this point of the video, do consider subscribing. If you do subscribe, click the notification bell. That way when my videos come out, you will be the very first to know. As always, and most importantly, guys, I've missed you so much. I'll smell each and every one of you later. Peace.